We have all heard the saying, when the spider webs unite, they can tie up a lion. But right now, it seems the lion is in a cage in Sokoto, and the spiders are fighting over whether to let him loose or keep him tied. You saw the headline, and yes, Sheikh Ahmad Gumi has thrown a fresh grenade into the national conversation. Just when we thought the dust had settled on the Nnamdi Kanu case following his life sentence late last year, a new drama has unfolded in the Caliphate city. We are receiving confirmed reports this morning that a high-profile US-based delegation has visited Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto prison, and their visit has triggered a fiery response from Sheikh Gumi, who took to Facebook to remind the world of one thing: he is a convicted terrorist. We are going to take you inside this diplomatic and legal storm. We will break down exactly who this US delegation is, why they flew all the way to Sokoto to see the IPOB leader, and why Sheikh Gumi feels this foreign interference is crossing a red line. We will also remind you of the tense timeline that led us here, from the life imprisonment sentence in November 2025 to the controversial transfer of Kanu to a northern prison. If you want to know if this US visit could actually change Kanu's fate, or if Gumi's stance represents the final nail in the coffin, please do me a massive favor and smash that like button right now. It helps us get this story to every Nigerian who cares about our sovereignty. And if you are not yet a subscriber, click that button and turn on the notification bell. You need to be here as we track this clash between international pressure and Nigerian law. Let's get straight to the gist of what is happening. We all know that since November 2025, when Justice James Omotosho slammed the gavel and sentenced Nnamdi Kanu to life imprisonment for terrorism, the IPOB leader has been serving his time in Sokoto Correctional Center. It was a move that shocked many, taking him from the DSS luxury suites in Abuja to a prison hundreds of miles away from his home region. Now, fast forward to this week. A delegation from the United States, comprising legal experts and human rights advocates, made a rare visit to the Sokoto facility. Their mission: to check on his welfare and raise fresh concerns about his detention conditions and the fairness of his trial. They are basically saying, we are watching, and they are hinting that his trial might not have met international standards. But Sheikh Ahmad Gumi was having none of it. In a Facebook post that is currently setting the internet on fire, the controversial Islamic cleric didn't mince words. He blasted the move, captioning his thoughts with a blunt reminder: a convicted terrorist. For Gumi, this is not just about Kanu, it's about respect for Nigeria's judicial system. You will recall that back in November 2025, just days after the conviction, Gumi actually offered an olive branch. He went on national TV and said he would personally lead the campaign for Kanu's amnesty if and only if Kanu showed remorse and renounced violence. He compared it to the amnesty given to Niger Delta militants. However, this recent US visit seems to have changed the cleric's mood. His latest post suggests that instead of showing remorse, Kanu is relying on foreign backers to pressure the Nigerian government. Gumi's argument is simple: you cannot have foreigners dictating how we punish those convicted of burning down police stations and killing soldiers. He sees this US delegation as an insult to our sovereignty. The choice of Sokoto prison has always been a hot topic. When the DSS moved him last year, Kanu's lawyers cried out, saying it was like sending him to a neutral ground that was actually hostile territory, similar to how Chief Obafemi Awolowo was jailed in Calabar back in the 60s. The government argued it was for security reasons, but critics called it punishment. Now, with Gumi speaking out from the north, the regional divide in this case is becoming even sharper. It's interesting to note the double standard that some people are pointing out. Critics of Gumi are asking, why is the Sheikh so hard on Kanu when he often advocates for dialogue with bandits in the forests? But Gumi's supporters will tell you there's a difference between a bandit who wants money and a separatist who wants to break the country. I want to ask you, the viewer, a very critical question. Do you think the United States has any business sending delegations to visit a prisoner convicted by a Nigerian court? Is this human rights monitoring, or is it neo-colonial interference? And do you agree with Sheikh Gumi that we should treat him strictly as a convicted terrorist, regardless of who visits him? Drop your honest thoughts in the comments below. I really want to see the debate on this one. The situation is tense. The Southeast Caucus in the National Assembly has been pushing for a political solution, asking President Tinubu to use his prerogative of mercy. But with Gumi's outburst and the rigidity of the law, that path looks difficult. The government has maintained that the judiciary is independent and the life sentence must stand. As we watch this unfold, one thing is clear. Nnamdi Kanu might be behind bars in Sokoto, but his name is still dominating the headlines. The battle is now between the rule of law camp led by figures like Gumi, who point to the conviction, and the diplomatic pressure camp led by these foreign delegations. Who will blink first? If you found this update insightful and you want to stay ahead of the news on the Nnamdi Kanu saga, please smash that like button. Let's get this video to 10,000 likes to show that Nigerians are paying attention. And if you are not yet a subscriber, do it now. We will be tracking the government's official response to this US delegation and bringing you the latest. Stay safe, stay patriotic, and remember, the law is the law until the president says otherwise.